What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Smark Show. This is Mike Cap. I'm here with...
Steve Herman, what's going on?
And the old boy.
Nick Tricombe.
What's up, guys? We are here to commentate on some Raw, some wrestling, give you our reviews and analysis.
Yeah, but first...
A lot of crazy stuff happened.
Yeah, let's dive into that a little bit first. I kind of want to run down this list I wrote down before the show. So, newest one to the list, we'll start off with that. John Cena, torn rotator cuff.
Just say holy shit at this point with the injuries.
Probably out 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying normal people would go through.
So 4 months for John Cena.
Probably. Could miss
He could-
WrestleMania,
He'll be
though.
back.
He announced he's
Yeah.
missing Mania.
He's
He did
definitely
announce
out,
that.
yeah.
He's definitely missing Mania then. That is something.
That's huge. Like,
I would be surprised if he made SummerSlam, to be honest.
He might. He should. He's 38 now. He should be taking. He's going to be turning 39 this year. He should take some more time off, if it's my opinion.
But you got Cena, torn rotator
Yep.
cuff. Cesaro, torn rotator cuff. Randy Orton, dislocated shoulder.
Keep going.
Seth Rollins, ACL, meniscus tear, and MCL tear. Daniel Bryan, who the hell knows at
Concussions.
this point. Tyson Kidd, neck injury that almost could have killed him. Nikki Bella, bulging disc in her neck. And Sting, neck injury again.
Sin Cara.
Barrett.
Sin Cara,
Yeah, Wade Barrett.
Barrett's out too. I forgot to write them down. But the injury list is getting longer and longer. And not only that, they seem to be very similar injuries when you start looking at them. They're either in
Which is
the neck
kind of
or in the
and
shoulder.
Another guy, two other guys, Sami Zayn and Tommy, are just coming back from shoulder injuries as well.
That too.
But one crazy stat I want to bring up. Coming out of WrestleMania 31, every champion that came out of that is all hurt right now and gone.
Yeah, but
That's
I just
crazy.
kind of I want to look more at like the injuries themselves because
Yeah.
it seems like there's a real trend here. And can you put a finger on any of this?
The style they work, honestly, because they work a different style back then. In the 80s, they do way more crazy maneuvers, and they work 5 days a week.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
more.
even more than the style, it's just the workload. I mean, people say, "Oh, wrestling isn't real. They're not real athletes." Like, you're an idiot if you say they're not real athletes. Of course, wrestling's not real. It's a scripted TV show that they put on in like a play format. But
They are athletes.
3-4 nights out of the week for a lot of these guys, they're just slamming their body onto plywood and getting
A little bit of matting.
punched, kicked, thrown. Yeah, your body can't take that much of it, especially as you're getting older, like guys like Cena, Orton. Not old, but
I mean, 35.
When your body's 35, 36, that's when like other pro athletes start retiring from their sport.
I mean, Sting's 56.
Yeah.
You know? It's just a crazy, real bad time right now to have all these injuries, too, Just crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, does something have to change? I mean, not booking wise. Well, probably booking wise a little bit, but health wise too.
I would say for live events, they shouldn't be doing as crazy matches. Maybe have one crazy match.
Live events should just be old match.
I went to a live event this July, and they had a Extreme Rules match with Ambrose and Rollins, and they had another Extreme match with Cena and Owens. They got to chill with that. I think for live events.
Look at Rollins. Look where he went out.
Exactly.
He went out in a dark show with Kane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They need to chill with the crazy stipulation matches for live events. Yeah, it's good to bring people in like that, but it's obviously hurting the business because so many guys are getting hurt.
And another thing is, they go very often to, extreme kind of matches, which, they can be really fun, like Rollins and Ambrose's Hell in the Cell match, Taker and Lesnar's, but, with this PG era and, them not showing blood and excessive violence, it kind of removes a lot of the coolness from those extreme matches because it can only get so extreme. So
Right.
I think they should move, instead of to these extreme rules matches, ladder matches for the top cards, start bringing back some of the old gimmicky matches that aren't as dangerous, but
But can work.
yeah, like a coffin match. People
Or-
would lose their shit if Undertaker and Bray Wyatt had a coffin match or
On
something.
a live event or something.
Yeah,
or
or
a Texas Bull Rope, man. I mean,
Yeah.
something off the top of your head.
an Inferno match. I mean, that
Yeah.
sounds bad, but you're not really getting burned.
Yeah. Not as extreme is what we're saying here, guys.
Yeah. I think you could just tell stories with more cleverly planned out pay-per-view matches for the most part.
I mean, and this, once again, with Cena getting hurt, this affects WrestleMania plans, and they're going to have to change up again, which is crazy to think about, that they're doing this again, which makes Mania maybe interesting, but I doubt it.
Yeah, for all we know, You know, their notes that they might have just had to thrown out could have been Roman Reigns versus John Cena at WrestleMania.
I know.
You know,
It was either that or Taker, in my
Well,
opinion.
I think, given the injury list right now, like, this is do or die time for the well, it's not do or die literally for the company. Like, they'll move on, but like, this is the point where you need to show what you're made of now.
Yeah.
Like, you need to get smart with what you have, and you have stuff to work with here. You have guys you can work with here. Brian Zane, Wrestling with Regret.
Right,
He put out a video, I think, yesterday at
Yeah,
the
I
time
saw
of this
it.
recording, where he's just like, listen, you got guys, you got Ambrose, you got Owens, you got Balor, like, you need to start pushing these
Ziggler,
guys.
etc.
and we've been saying
Zayn, Neville,
Yeah.
the funniest part about like what you just said is we've been saying the same thing on here.
Yeah, we said it numerous times.
Tyler Breeze,
The people who listen to this, I'm sure they've heard us bitch about this. You know,
Heath Slater.
they've heard us bitch about this a million times. And like we were like, oh, you know, I don't like back in October we were like, you know, this is do or die. Like they got to do what they got to do.
No,
and since
now
then,
your top guy
it's
is
got,
out.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm saying.
have to act now.
Since then, it's got even worse somehow.
And
for
now
them.
it's all in creative, it's all in Vince, because it's going to bite him in the ass now because they've been putting all their money's worth onto Roman Reigns and nobody else.
Yeah.
And it's going to bite him in the ass if someone else gets hurt.
And granted, Roman Reigns definitely has been getting more of a positive reaction than like for the rest of his post-Shield career. He still does get some dry reactions from crowds, but definitely more overwhelmingly positive than negative at this point.
Yeah.
But if you're putting this much effort into this guy, he should be getting stone cold pops every single building he walks into, and he doesn't.
And-
That's scary.
I mean, Bailey gets a bigger pop than him.
yeah.
And at the point he is right now, that sucks because his job to get over just got so much harder.
Oh, I think it's going to be impossible now.
We were, me and Steve kept laughing. We try not to talk about wrestling before we record this, just so all
It's
our
futile.
natural conversation comes out on
It's just
here.
bound to happen.
Yeah.
though, you know?
Yeah, we say we're not going to do it, and then literally 5 seconds later we're talking about wrestling.
Like, what's going to happen, yada, yada, yada.
But either way, we were talking about just like how screwed they are
Yeah.
with only having Roman at the top here with this Rumble coming around and
And
John
it-
Cena going out.
And it's all on them. It's not even Roman's fault. I mean, it's creative's
Yeah.
fault for not pushing stars like Owens and Ambrose, what we've been saying numerous times.
But like what we were specifically talking about before was his reaction with booking like for a main event guy. If you're the WWE, you got to look back. They tend to use old stars a lot of the time to go up against their new up and coming champions to try and put them over. But we were saying if Roman Reigns goes against The Rock, even if The Rock does something despicable to him to like get a heel turn, The Rock will get cheered by a majority of the fans over Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
who's supposed to be the face of your company.
They'll cheer the hell
Brock
out of him.
Lesnar, like last year, got cheered over Roman Reigns and will again this year, especially because he hasn't been around for a while. John Cena, we know that can't happen now. John Cena would have gotten cheered over Roman Reigns.
Seth Rollins as well, in my opinion.
Seth Rollins is going to get popped over him. Dean Ambrose. Even a guy like Dolph Ziggler, like who's a lower guy on the card, I think would get cheered over Roman Reigns in the top.
Yeah, you're
Because he
probably
has
right.
legions of fans. Daniel Bryan comes back. He's going to get cheered over Roman Reigns. If you elevate Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, they're going to get cheered over Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Even Kevin Owens, whose Reigns has like come out and fought before, gets popped a lot of the time over Roman Reigns. So that's real scary for them.
And now there's like, go ahead, Nick.
I just got a strong feeling now too that they might reach into the NXT pool a little earlier than expected now.
Yeah, do you think it's...
I
was also
I
thinking
think
that,
Baylor's
too.
coming.
Do you think they bring him to job to Reigns, though? Or do you think they're actually going to try and build more
No,
stars?
I think Baylor's coming up and he's getting built.
Yeah, I hope so,
I
man.
mean, he's kind of built already.
Yeah, I would
Once
say...
he got to NXT, everyone
I
instantly knew
would
this
say, yeah.
is the guy.
I would
Yeah.
say after probably Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, maybe even more than Kevin Owens, Finn Balor's the safest of all NXT prospects coming up to the main roster. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's very hard to ruin him.
But-
just like it's very hard to ruin Kevin Owens.
Even then,
Yeah.
we can kind of segue into this. There's the rumors. Well, kind of rumors. It's almost confirmation.
It's
now
gotta be
that
a
the
fact.
Bullet,
yeah, they tweeted
the Bullet
it, so.
Club, the Bullet Club, and AJ
Yeah.
Styles,
Well, part of the
and
Bullet Club.
Nakamura are coming over
Yes.
from New Japan. So
big news. That's not little news. That's huge
That's
freaking news.
that's
So-
huge signing. I'm not.
Just
Like,
get-
there's two ends to that because New Japan is losing a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
there.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're losing a
a
big part
lot,
of what they
yeah.
had from Wrestle
the
Kingdom 10.
IWGP champion.
Intercontinental Champion,
yeah.
Nakamura.
Yeah, they're losing
Tag
AJ
champion.
Styles, obviously.
Yes,
Luke
I mean-
Gallows goes, Anderson goes. That's a big blow to New Japan.
Yeah. And there's still rumors that there might be more coming.
Yeah. Dude,
Well,
like,
this
WWE
actually-
signings is just crazy anymore.
Yeah,
They have, I mean, there's definitely some top guys. Like, there's the Briscoes, like, just like, you know,
The
some,
Young Bucks.
Yeah, the Hardys. Like, there's some guys outside of WWE still who haven't come around, but you got to think with AJ Styles being signed, that's like the last, maybe, I would say Jay Lethal actually is like the last, other than AJ Styles.
There's always
Just
another guy.
Mega, but I'm saying like
right now,
mega star outside of the WWE.
Yeah.
I think the last two are really Styles and Lethal, and they just got Styles. We're assuming.
I
they
mean,
got
Styles is maybe one of the hottest wrestlers in the
Yeah.
whole wrestling world right now, and I've been dreaming of this day of him coming to WWE.
Well-
I thought it would never happen. But
Well,
we'll see what
he
happens.
was here at one point, but
Yeah, but you know,
Yes.
he was jobbing. So was Samoa Joe. But you know what I mean, like a
That's
real
like, could-
real role.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe come up now from NXT too.
Yeah, we have. I
I-
personally think he's best down there. He's been putting out some of the best work of his
In his
career in NXT.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think he really serves as like a kind of guy where most of the guys who come through NXT are already developed, but for those young guys like Tyler Breeze, Baron Corbin, people that are trying to build through the company, I think having someone like Samoa Joe is just a rock in NXT. I think that's way better than him coming up to the main roster and getting lost in the mid card.
I could still see him getting called up, but
It could
I can see
happen,
your
yeah.
point,
I'm just saying, if I'm in charge, I would definitely keep him down there for a good bit, at least
Yes.
like Sami Zayn time.
Right.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the stuff I've been hearing is that when all the New Japan signings come over, they're going straight to WWE.
I heard
Like they're
just
going straight to Raw.
I heard
Nakamura and Styles. Not
Nakamura
Bullet
and
Club.
Styles were going up, and I heard Gallows and Anderson were going to NXT.
We don't know
Oh,
for
okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even 100%
We
know
don't
if
know
the
if
signing's
AJ's.
real.
Yeah, we don't
but-
even know the signing is real, but there's been WWE has been posting a crap
Yeah,
load.
if
of it lately.
WWE officially posted, I mean, there has to be something.
That's
to
the
it.
thing, because all those posts on WWE.com, right?
Yeah.
They're like, did we sign this guy? I don't know. It's like, well, you would know. You
Yeah.
you
What the hell?
offered the contract. You don't have to
Yeah.
ask that question. You're
And-
not pulling wool over anyone's eyes.
Finn posted the picture of him in the Bullet Club shirt.
Yeah,
What was
so
it? Like,
he was saying
you should have joined me
they
sooner.
should have they should have been here by now.
Yeah, but that leads us to a very interesting area. You know, Styles and Nakamura go directly up to the main roster, and Finn Balor's in NXT. Wouldn't you think the Bullet Club can reunite in WWE? They're going to split that? Does that mean Finn Balor goes up to the main roster soon?
That's why I think they're.
I don't know.
I think the Bullet Club is just straight up too.
well, they don't have the full Bullet Club. They're
They have-
missing Tonga and
they
what
might
was
just
his
do a
name?
shorter version of it.
True,
We'll have
yeah.
to see. But we did read rumors that Vale and Tonga,
Yeah.
that's their names. They've been contacted by WWE as well.
Okay.
A lot of this is just kind of optimism, but I really think, given recent events with injuries and everything, that like NXT is really going to just kind of is not to use the pun, but take over.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to see what happens in the coming months.
Like I
could
really
also-
think there's going to be something where most of the top guys are going to come up to fill that void and probably step up. I mean, honestly, probably best case scenario would be take the creative guys, take the top stars in NXT, and just let them do their
that
thing
sounds
for a
all
while.
that sounds all great. but,
NXT will be fine because you can take someone, develop them, and they'll become the next star
Right.
of it.
that sounds all great and all, but I still have a horrible feeling that the WrestleMania, like they're just still gonna go with the part timers. Like we already know Lesnar and Triple H and Undertaker.
Oh, all right. Realistically, though,
Yeah,
like
being
I
realistic.
said, that was the
That sounds
optimist
all
angle.
great.
The realistic angle is, for the past year now, maybe even further back,
Probably.
this company is not proven competent enough to pull that kind of thing off.
No, what will most likely happen is Roman Reigns just beats up the rest of the roster and, walks off with all the belts.
Yep.
That's more likely than anything that we're proposing right
Even with the
now.
NXT title too.
But yeah, like you were saying with like NXT taking over, that's definitely possible. But I also think there could just be like a mass exodus of people coming from NXT into the main roster, like them just essentially just sucking out all the talent from NXT at one point,
I wouldn't like
bringing
that.
them up to the main roster, and then leaving like not all the guys, but you would keep like Apollo Crews down there. You would, I know Baron probably comes up. I would say you keep like Apollo and Joe down there,
Yeah.
and then you take the rest of the guys. Let Ty Dillinger build himself up in NXT, because there's so many people coming up in NXT right now that they're just gonna run out of room. And not that the main roster has any room without a brand split, but
Plus, when the guys come back from injury as well.
yeah, I can't see Vince McMahon's ego that we know he definitely has.
Yeah.
Let NXT usurp the Raw as the number one like WWE product. I think he would kill NXT by taking the top talent before he would do.
I feel like
anything
you really
else.
saw Vince's ego this past week.
Oh yeah. I mean, credit to him. We could jump into it as we're talking about it with Raw. Credit to him for not like taking all the shine in the the opener. Like he let Roman come out and shine as the top kind of guy.
Yeah.
He silenced Stephanie. He like damn near gave Vince a death threat, which is cool. I don't like Roman Reigns, but that's definitely a better.
I thought it was lame, but that's just me.
I think that's way better for him though than coming out and cutting a 20-minute Seth Rollins type promo.
Well, yeah, that's all he can do, though, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he's going to be the top guy, I'd rather deal with that than have him try and
still cringeworthy,
botch his way through 20 minutes of talking.
Yeah, I just didn't like. It was cool how he kind of mentioned it at the hospital, but then he's like, "Oh, but leave that. Oh, I gotta get my cheapy line in there."
Yeah,
I just remember. That's all I remember from the promos. He got his stupid thing in there, but yeah.
Did he mention any food-related insult this week?
No, not yet. No. Maybe it's
not yet.
It's a new year.
It's so certain.
Because remember, the 2 weeks prior, he throws out the tater tots things, and then he like looks at Vince and he's just like something about prunes
and grapefruits.
Like, please,
don't forget that.
Please,
grapefruits.
Roman. Please,
he doubled up. He did grapefruits and prunes, so he got a week. Next week like potatoes or something.
Yeah, right.
No, please stop using food as.
No, he'll keep doing it. He'll keep doing it. He's the next Cena. So get that in your heads, fans. So.
Yeah, but Cena said cool stuff at least.
Yeah, because Cena earned his spot compared to Reigns.
Remember when Cena rap battled a fan?
Yep.
I'm sure
that was staged, It was Kenny Dykstra from the Spirit Squad.
I was gonna say I'm sure it was staged. Like looking back, but
but it was cool.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Dude, when Cena comes back, I want the Doctor of Thugonomics. I don't want Super Cena.
I want heel Cena.
I want a goddamn chain, like a bike lock chain around
I want a
his
Randall
neck,
Cunningham jersey on, and I want the Eagles hat on. I want him to F you.
Just have him and
Roman Reigns.
Have him and R-Truth in a stable where they don't even wrestle. They just come out and rap, and then they just go back.
That sounds
just
great to me.
a horrible rap that's just amazing because it's R-Truth.
Does R-Truth even really rap? I feel like he comes running out and just says, "What's up? What's up?"
He actually has some songs on iTunes.
It's been a while since that.
No, he actually came up with some new ones
recently.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, it is terrible.
Macho Man is the only WWE star who should have a music career.
Yeah.
That album was phenomenal.
But
legendary.
Yeah, just great.
To get off I wanted to bring up, I mean, what are they going to do with Undertaker now, like for Mania?
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people, I'm sure you included, right, thought Cena versus Taker this year. Yeah, a lot of people thought that. They've just been like moving way quicker towards Undertaker's like departure from the company.
Who's he gonna fight now? Like
that's what I'm saying.
There's really nobody for him. Lesnar doesn't make sense. Wyatt doesn't make sense.
Wyatt could though just be.
Isn't Lesnar coming back this week?
Yeah,
Wyatt
he's coming back on Raw. They were promoting it.
A Wyatt retribution angle could work though if they have nothing else.
That'd be lame though.
Just have him like
I'll take it over Kane.
You beat me last year. The Wyatt family comes out and decimates him.
Or I already know where you're going.
Or
Slater
push.
No.
Oh,
for Taker?
Ooh.
For Taker? No.
Nick
Taker is your means to bring up Bailey.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we were talking about that before, too, and that is legitimately awesome. So, listen.
No, but for me, that's been going back a couple months now because, like, every pay-per-view that Undertaker's been a part of, it's just like, Steve's like, I wonder what's going to happen. And I'm like, I know what's going to happen.
Stop.
And every time he tells me, stop doing that.
Because, just stop teasing
All
that.
right, so
it's going to happen
Let's paint a picture for them, how cool this could be if it happened.
It'd be
Undertaker
epic.
has no opponent going into WrestleMania. You know, they're like...
If there's no opponent going into WrestleMania, it is definitely Balor.
Well, so, just, ready? Look. Undertaker has no opponent going into WrestleMania. He comes out, you know, they book it as like a farewell, kind of like a Survivor Series thing before the match. You know, a celebration of his career. He comes out, one big final huge entrance, the Druids walk him out, and he's walking down, the smoke fills and everything, and the Undertaker's just standing there, like the crowd's just cheering and shit, and then out of the smoke you see fucking arms and legs rising, and they're walking down behind the Druids. Then the Undertaker's gong changes to bum bum, and the fucking demon shows up and destroys him.
Stop.
Sends him out of the WWE. That's Taker's way of going out, because Taker's an old school guy. He's going to put someone over when he goes out. Finn Balor just comes up, heel turns, which Finn Balor, as good as he is as a face, is going to be 100 times better as a heel. Just like Dean Ambrose, I think, in that same way. And he just destroys The Undertaker. Like Brock Lesnar versus John Cena SummerSlam destroys him and retires him.
Wait,
You know how I feel about that.
But can it be his Jack the Ripper Bloodborne
Yeah, that
thing?
was awesome.
Hold
You know
on.
what I thought would be kind of cool for him?
Hold
If
up.
they did like an Assassin's Creed kind of design for him. You know, like the hood with the little...
We'll have something like that in the future.
No.
What's that? Our viewers cannot see the game.
This is what I mean, like Bloodborne type stuff. I handicapped the Bloodborne box.
Bloodborne.
Yeah,
Go buy it on PS4.
definitely know what you mean with it. Yeah,
It's a good game.
there's a lot of cool video game stuff.
There's a
to
lot
do
of
with
cool
Finn
stuff
Balor,
that Finn
yeah.
Balor can do.
I want to see the goddamn Joker. I know I've said it on here before, but I want to see.
I think that's
the
a
Joker
problem because of
Balor.
copyright stuff.
I know.
On the indie
just
scene,
do,
it's
just
not
do
too
like a
bad.
clown, like a clown who happens.
He's
to have
He's basically
scars.
Carnage right now.
Yeah.
And it's awesome because he's my favorite wrestler. So you go, Finn, my boy. Sorry. just
You're my
off
boy,
topic.
Blue.
You're my boy, Finn.
You're my boy, Balor.
That's my boy. That is my boy. So
So do we actually want to talk about this week's episode of Raw now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This past week's.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
we'll get into it.
One other.
This week's episode of Raw for Monday, January the 5th.
That's
Because
right.
we're recording this on Saturday night.
Was it the
well,
4th?
actually, it was Friday night.
No, it's
where
the 4th,
it's,
right?
it's or
Oh,
the
the
4th.
It was the 4th.
I'm
Yeah.
forgetting my days.
Yeah, guys.
Yep,
I'm
Monday,
on top.
January 4th.
Nick's been botching lately, so sorry about
Monday,
that.
January 4th, and we're recording this now on 12/23 on the Saturday, January 9th.
That's why my nickname all throughout high school was the Date Master, because people would be like, "What day is it?" And I'd be like, "January 7th." It's
You
kind of
got
my
it.
thing.
Yeah. He got,
Class would just applaud every time
you
I
know,
did it.
he would get paid in free gum, guys.
Yeah.
So.
But what the hell were we talking about before I made that horrible
WrestleMania
joke?
32, Finn Balor, Undertaker.
Oh, Raw. I don't know why Raw reminded me. Oh, yeah, that's why. Creative might get a creative shot in the ass because Mick Foley's blood
yes.
is now part of the creative team. His son officially started working for the WWE creative department. I think he's right. Is he writing?
He's like an assistant, like intern or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
Nothing big
something
yet,
stupid, but
yeah.
yeah, dude, awesome to have that in there.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. I
You
mean,
know.
the Foleys, the two Foley siblings have a big role in wrestling
Yeah.
so far.
I mean, and
Not a big role, but I mean,
Noelle
they-
is just a goddess on every level.
Yeah, we love her so.
Yeah.
And I would like to see her in WWE soon.
I would really love for Noelle to take Renee Young's job and Renee Young to move up to commentary.
and take care of Michael Cole first.
Yeah, just get him out of there.
Yeah, that'd
dude,
be nice.
Dude, I would love it if Renee Young was just plugging the WWE
I don't know if you
network
guys
5 times a night.
Oh, and another thing we can talk about: SmackDown debuted on the USA Network.
As
Yeah.
we're going, we're trying to figure out what to talk about.
No,
Just real free.
and they had their new.
A lot happened this
Yeah,
week.
it
A lot happened, and the new commentator. I'm gonna botch the name. Mario Ronaldo, I think.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Yeah.
Ronaldo. He used to do New Japan and MMA fights for Bellator and shit like that. Guy was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I went on YouTube because I don't watch SmackDown that much.
Real exciting.
Such a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he was Jim Ross, but you could tell he liked the business. He's been waiting to do this, and
Well,
there's a big difference.
Cole was the same way in his early career when Cole
Yeah.
and Taz were calling
Well, yeah, in the
matches.
early
Like, they were
2000s.
fun, dude.
Well, they probably had more leeway
Something just
back then.
suck the life out of that guy. Just every time he was told to plug something through his ear set, like a small part
Or
of
the
his
network
soul.
or the WWE
He's like
app.
Lord Voldemort. Like his soul just kept getting split further and further and further each time he had
Yeah.
to plug the network.
Right.
Just this shell of a man out there. just repeat just like pretty much like a recording. They just press a button on him and he's like, "Oh, I watch the WWE network."
Oh, get the WWE app. It's free. It's free. Network.
Let me talk about everything but the match
It's
that's
better than
going on.
Netflix.
JBL.
JBL, I think they don't give him anything. He just sits there and just whenever he hears something,
Acts
he
like a
just goes
candy
off.
ass.
Yeah, I love JBL, man.
He's alright.
He
I
was
used to like
such
him.
a good heel when he was a wrestler too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I probably hated JBL at his like peak, like more than any other heel that
He was a
ever
good,
hated.
very good heel.
Like
very
he
good
was.
heel.
Oh, I wanted to see him get his ass kicked. When Cena made him quit, I definitely was a Cena fan that night too.
Yeah, I was too.
What was
Judgment
holding
Day,
like
yeah.
a goddamn bunker?
Cowbell.
Wasn't he about to like smash him? Yeah, with the thing off the top
Yes,
of JBL's
yeah,
limo.
yeah.
Oh, old Cena, savage.
That little savage. And also, TNA.
Made Paul Heyman eat soap.
I'm about to talk about TNA.
Oh, yeah.
They debuted on Pop TV.
Well, you actually watched it, so
I
the floor is yours.
I actually watched it for like 5 seconds. I watched it. I just wanted to watch the championship, EC3-1.
Oh yeah,
It's a good
another
show.
TNA thing. James Storm went
Oh
back
yeah,
there
James
to-
Storm actually is back in TNA. Surprise, surprise.
Under the circumstances,
It makes sense. It makes
You
sense for
get
money
it.
with his family.
TNA gave
NXT
him
didn't give him-
2.5 more than what the WWE was offering him, and he's not 28 years old
Yeah.
and has a full career ahead of him.
He's not single and doesn't
on his way down
Yeah.
in his career. So
And he was saying
Hats off.
WNXT said they would take him back in open arms. So that's good to hear too.
making like 249,000 more than I am.
Yeah,
So,
right. And they got good viewership for what they've been doing in Destination America. So kudos to them. Try to do something. I don't know. They're kind of a joke at this point, but
yeah, they're no real competition.
no, not at all.
That could be a good thing too, because then they don't feel like they're directly trying to compete with WWE.
Yeah.
Well, the WWE steals their ideas all the time.
Oh yeah,
Like
they tried making
storylines.
Eric Young like Daniel Bryan the one
Yeah.
time, and that was ridiculous because it was so easily. But good job, kudos to them. And I guess that is all the headlines we've
Yeah.
gotten out of today.
We miss anything else? Oh, one more Mick Foley related. He
Oh,
is
yeah.
pushing to manage Becky Lynch, move into a Becky Lynch manager role, which would be awesome. He was talking about, I remember about like a month ago when he was just going off about like how bad the WWE was, that he like proposed an idea for, he said like it was a young up and coming superstar. He's like it would have just been beneficial for everybody involved. And a lot of us were speculating on who that was, but probably Becky Lynch, I'm assuming at this
Yeah.
time.
That'd be cool to just have someone with her opposite of Ric Flair and
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Storyline, it makes sense.
Yeah, because quite honest, I'm probably supposed to think this. I'm tired of seeing Ric Flair right now.
Yeah, I'm not a big Ric Flair fan to begin with, so I was tired of seeing him for the 100th time. He's drunk.
I'm tired of seeing him, but I think he could be used better as that manager role he's with Charlotte right now.
I just don't like how he seems to be the focus.
Exactly,
More than the
and
women. Like it's like, oh, Ric Flair's out there. It's not like, oh, like Charlotte never having a match. And
It's
Ric
freaking
Flair's
Charlotte
helping
and
her.
Becky.
Yeah, like everything he's involved in. Like I think I said it on here before. I was cracking up when I read it. Ric Flair's the top heel in the Divas division. Like
Ric Flair's
that's
daughter,
hilarious.
or Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah.
But
I like the move for Charlotte though, because I feel Charlotte is not a natural baby face at all.
oh, in NXT she was, but
Even then, I still feel like she got
Really?
way better reactions when she was bad. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's good for her
Oh, it is
to
good
do
for her,
this
yeah.
because I mean she's in
she
Ric
was
Flair's shadow right
floundering
now.
as a face.
Yeah, but it lets her build up like a ground level to work on. So when Ric Flair eventually goes away out of the storyline, she can just be the vicious heel that.
She
Yeah.
can be. But Raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
I mean,
Raw.
okay, all right, chill, dude. Do you want to just kind of like start with the top of the show, or I mean,
We already did the top of the show pretty much. Roman
Kinda,
Reigns
yeah.
came out, interrupted Steph. Stupid shit was thrown back and forth. He said he wants
He
to
said
see
believe
Vince.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe that, guys. Believe this next
there's
match
something about
between-
this show that I really want to talk about.
We know.
We'll get to that soon.
Well, we
get
get some
that soon.
even Stevens booking coming up next, right? The first match is Neville and
I dug this match. Kevin Owens and Neville.
Yeah,
Ambrose on commentary.
yeah, Ambrose was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But this just it kills me like seeing shit like this all the time because as good a match it was, it made Neville look like the plucky underdog. This is what they should have just done once. But no, Neville gets the win last week, but now they have to negate that and give Kevin Owens the win, even though he lost. So it's just 50-50. Nobody looks much stronger, nobody looks much weaker.
And then after the match, Ambrose hit the elbow on
Yeah,
Owens on the table.
that was pretty sweet. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's 50-50 booking too because Owens powerbombed Ambrose through the table.
But they're having like a direct.
Oh, I like the
but
feud.
They're,
I'm not
they're
complaining.
having a feud where I feel like that's neither of them really getting over on each other. It's not just like a pin in the ring. You know,
Okay.
Neville
The thi-
pinned Owens. Owens pinned Neville.
The thing is,
liked
too,
it, but-
because of that, like Neville's kind of in this feud now.
Yeah, and it wasn't
Just by
Ziggler. Ziggler was
association.
like kind of in it too, but now he's not.
He's out.
like,
Well, he
I
lost
don't know
some-
what the hell they were like thinking with that.
He lost to some guy that debuted last night.
Ambrose and Owens, they're just going to be beating each other up until the pay-per-view. And then
Yeah.
probably even after that pay-per-view, up until the next pay-per-view.
Two dudes who definitely work together well for doing something like that.
This is the best feud I've been digging so far. But Neville did
They're not really talking, they're just beating each other up.
and you gotta like that. And they
Especially for how good of talkers they
and the
are. Sorry
ironic
to
part
cut
is
you
they
off.
can talk great. But Neville did way too much in this match. When I was watching, he was doing like 450 splashes. Like, it was good for him. Like he looked really strong. Fit like.
Yeah, what did Ambrose say? I can do almost every move except for those ones or something like
Yeah.
that. He said on commentary.
But it was crazy. Like a very good physical match. They worked really well with each other. Obviously in NXT and in the Indies, they did a nice job. And Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb for the win.
Yeah, I mean that style has built and ruined careers. So it's a real
See, like-
roll of the dice.
Like that kind of match.
he
I
could
don't
be
think
Jeff
he should,
Hardy or he could be Daniel Bryan with a neck injury.
Exactly.
You know,
I think
It's-
Neville
goes
needs
either
to,
way.
I think Neville needs to chill with all the moves. Like do that for like a special event.
Yeah,
not like
make that Seth Rollins as a heel with the Phoenix Splash.
like when he did at the
Yeah,
Rumble.
pull
you
that
know?
out every now.
Well,
and
I
then.
mean, here's the thing. He's not really given much to work with right now, so you think he could just be trying to overcompensate for
That
that?
is very true. He gets so little time that he's trying to make as big a splash as he can when he's on the camera. I mean, again, like we said, it's a roll of the dice,
Right. I mean,
He
I
could
can't
get
blame
very seriously injured from these, or he could get something with Cesaro where fans are just like, holy shit, this guy's the best worker in the company.
Can't blame the guy, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just thinking about his health as well. I don't want him getting hurt either.
Yeah.
The list is
If
long
he
already.
wants
We
to
don't
risk
need
it,
to get
I'm
any
for it,
longer.
Right.
I'm not going to tell Jeff Hardy to climb down from a ladder when he's about to swanton bomb off of
Like
it.
30
so,
feet
yeah.
in the air. So.
Yeah, if Neville wants to do crazy shit, I mean, please be my guest.
And the next match we had
Titus versus Stardust.
Titus O'Neil versus Stardust, and they are starting to push Titus O'Neil. Hurrah.
Yeah, love our boy Titus, not loving this just weird angle.
Well, they've been doing this since Christmas.
They've just been kind of going on and off, not really really fun. Like I thought they were gonna be kind of frenemies, when they were
I thought it was gonna be Booker T Goldust 2.0.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then they were fighting each other. But then again they'd be just doing a promo with each other back. I don't know.
Well, they just had a match and then Titus
Yeah,
won.
I love Titus and I love Cody Rhodes, so it's cool seeing them get something. It's better than nothing, but do something with it. Don't
Yeah.
just have them come out and have a stupid,
It's-
weird, random match with a clunky
And I think
finish.
Darren Young's hurt too, but I could be wrong. But this is great for Titus to get a solid mid card push that I've been saying for a while now. I think he could be a real good champion.
Yeah,
Maybe someday, maybe he'll get a shot at the title, like a U.S. title or IC belt,
yeah. Hopefully,
which would be cool.
Yeah, I mean he could definitely go a Ryback route, a very long build up, but
Yeah.
he'll get it eventually.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He works his ass off.
Big
So.
Titus fan. It's just you gotta hope that he gets the win here over Cody. And we love Cody here too, but I love Cody, not really Stardust. So
Yeah.
if it's between Stardust and Titus, I definitely want Titus.
Right. And then
I feel like I'm the only one who thinks Stardust is fine.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, but I just love the alternative way more than I like Stardust.
Well, I like Cody Rhodes a lot more.
That's what I mean. I
Yeah.
would much rather have Cody than Stardust. It's not that I if someone else was Stardust, I'd be way more fine with the Stardust character.
Yeah.
If Curtis Axel was Stardust, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Even though I like Axel now too, but
Right.
I would much rather have dashing Cody Rhodes come out there with a just great mustache.
And the next match we had, probably my second favorite feud right now, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte.
Yeah.
And this actually, I'm going to say it, you might think I'm weird. This felt like an NXT match.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I thought it was a lot better. And they're finally
There's something to this rivalry.
Yeah,
definitely.
and I'm digging the storyline. And they're starting to finally use the women that they're supposed to be using, that they called up. The
Yeah.
ones like Nikki Bella, Alicia Fox, yada, yada, yada.
Well, they
Bella.
can't use Nikki for reasons.
Well, I know. I'm just
I was so mad. I was on I don't even remember what the hell website it was. It was nothing to do with wrestling, but it was I saw Roman Reigns' face on an article, so I looked to the
Good
right.
Morning America. Or
Yeah,
something.
and it's goddamn the Bellas and Reigns.
Yeah,
I
it was Good Morning America.
You take the worst from each division, in my opinion. The Bellas are the worst thing in the women's division. They're okay workers. Nikki's definitely gotten a lot better. She's still on the level of Paige and Sasha and Becky and them, but she's improved. But they're just not good. I don't want to be role models because I don't really think they're
Kids think that.
yeah. But they're not good role models for like female workers in the company. Like, what does that show you? Like, if you're like a Becky Lynch, you're like, busting her ass trying to get amazing at wrestling, or Sasha Banks,
someone that's still in NXT like
fucking
Bayley.
Brie Bella get like main event putting, like she's the face that you see on Good Morning America. Like, she's hot. She does a missile drop kick. That is all Brie. That's the only wrestling move Brie Bella knows.
Here's the thing, like, when's Brie been in the main event? Like, recently.
That's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a few months now.
Her last time was with Nikki Bella. When those two fought each other, right? Was that her last main event?
She had the match with Mania, the tag match against AJ and Paige.
Yeah, but the thing was, like, that was before the NXT call-ups.
Yes.
Like, she wasn't the star.
But by proxy,
she hasn't been the star alone.
But by
for some
proxy,
time now.
she was the star when Nikki was setting the record for the longest Divas title range of all time. And the fact that she's the face of all the women in the company, when literally arenas are cheering, we want Sasha and we want Becky,
or people chanting match of the year.
you have that, but you choose fucking Brie Bella to be the one to come out on Good Morning America to like represent your company. Like, that's bullshit.
Oh, Roman Reigns.
Oh, it probably has a lot more to do with the reality show.
That's what I'm saying. It's bullshit. That's
bull
what I mean.
Okay, then.
I mean, I fully understand the reasoning behind it. I mean, she's hot. I mean, that's number one. She's just a pretty girl, so that's going to be a good face for them. And she has that horrible fucking reality TV show that almost has single-handedly killed women's wrestling until these NXT girls came up.
Roman Reigns, by the way, botched his promo. Not a promo, but talking.
Yeah,
he was doing a weather.
I just saw the article.
I saw he did a weather report. Didn't know what he was doing.
No, all right.
Dude can't even read scripted lines.
To be fair about that, have you ever stood in front of that green screen? Like I have.
I'm not a wrestler though.
No. But here's the thing: doing the weather, unless you know what you're doing, is hard.
Yeah, I've seen Chris Jericho botch it before.
Because you're just standing in front of a green screen. You have no idea where you're pointing.
Well, also declaring to be in the Royal Rumble.
Declaring.
Oh yeah, my fault. Is pretty hard too. I would think. Right?
I'll give Roman the pass on trying to do the weather because that is hard.
I'll never do that, but
again,
I got
you.
I understand.
I ripped on the Bellas and shit.
Can we talk about the Becky Charlotte?
Roman too. I get he's the champion right now, so that's whatever.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy's champion. I really hate that. But I get that he's like the guy that you have on the show. But like the Bellas aren't even fucking champions right now. Like, why are they out here? Why was it not Bayley?
Because it's total divas.
Why was it not Bayley, Sasha, or what's her face? Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte. Like, why was it not one of those three?
Because they want media attention. Because total
I just hate
crap.
it. I just hate it.
Premieres coming
because then. Like, what I hate most about that is because I know the logic that they're going to use with that kind of bullshit, like, going forward. They'll be like, oh, well, Bayley and those guys don't connect with fans the way the Bellas and shit do. Like, that, they'll say that as to why they don't give, like, people like Bayley a chance. God. And it's like, well, you also never put Bayley on Good Morning America, so people don't know who Bayley is, except for hardcore wrestling fans who much prefer her over the Bellas. So I'm sure if you promoted her the same way you do the Bellas, she would be getting equally, like, recognized, if not more, because she's actually not a horrible wrestler.
She's actually a very good wrestler.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole Good Morning America thing got you guys angrier than it really should have.
Oh, I was fine with that.
I just hate, like, just what it means.
John Cena hosted, too?
Yeah, he's hosted a couple times. He's actually done a pretty good job
John Cena. John Cena. Like, I get that. And I get Roman Reigns. It's just, like, the Bellas should be nowhere near that at this point.
Yeah.
One of them's friggin' injured. The other one... Like, it's just
Isn't
terrible.
On TV,
just terrible, yeah. And when she is on, she's in some big match with Charlotte or something, and she loses in 2 minutes. Like, get that bitch off my TV. I don't want to see her face on the side articles when I'm scrolling through, like, fantasy basketball scores.
Come on, that's not nice.
I know it's not nice.
Becky and Charlotte
come on.
I thought was a very good match. Very nice high spot. Sorry to go off top,
man.
What got out of hand?
What? No, that rant.
Oh, fuck Brie Bella. I don't care.
Oh, come on.
She's horrible.
Yeah. But I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
But Becky and Charlotte, just good storytelling in this match. There's nice high spots. Like Ric Flair trying to cause Becky to lose the match, like again from the first time, and Charlotte tries to roll her up, and then Becky gets her and rolls her up in the tights and gets the win. Like, it was just a good momentum win for her.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, great storytelling.
Yeah, hopefully.
And I'm digging this feud.
Hopefully they keep them like pure rivals now, though. Because remember last time she screwed Becky over? Like the next night she like came backstage like nothing happened.
Yeah, but they did on SmackDown. They had it for the Divas title.
Okay, they did. Okay.
And I think it went to a DQ or something. I forget because I didn't watch it. But that match definitely needs to be for the Rumble. You know, again, because they did Ambrose and Owens for the IC title too. That went to double count out. So those are two matches you're gonna have to see at the Rumble.
I think Bailey's going to be in the Rumble and she's going to win it.
Be better than Reigns. So at this point, but yeah, Charlotte Becky, great match. I dug it.
And Charlotte went full heel afterwards.
Yeah, she did. Oh yeah, she did. She did. She did the ultimate.
Yeah, that's what I was referring. Yeah,
she did the ultimate heel turn.
Hopefully they keep her. Like, I mean, she's definitely heel, but like,
she got a good reaction.
Don't make Becky so gullible like they did last time, where she's like, "Oh, you screwed me over. I'm just gonna,
Charlotte got a really
putts
good
back over to you.
She got a real good reaction when she turned heel too. Like that. It's like that's good.
Yeah,
good.
I love Charlotte as a heel.
Yeah, so good storyline progression for the Divas.
The Usos and the League of Nations had a match.
Yeah, but also before that,
yeah.
Steve's favorite had a match.
Oh, God. Ryback and Stupid Show. All right? Thank God the Wyatts came out. I was ecstatic when I saw it. Because I was about to change channel.
If Ryback and Big Show are ever put in a singles match again together after that piece of garbage.
I changed the channel because I'm like, I'm not watching this.
I almost said I'll lose faith in WWE booking.
But we said that a billion times. So, I mean, that's like an over
can't get much lower at this point. But yeah, fucking Ryback and Big Show.
Yeah, but then all four of the Wyatts come out and they just dismantled Ryback and Big Show, which... and they announced that they were in the Royal Rumble.
Eric Rowan getting that retribution for
everyone's in the Royal Rumble.
That dastardly stairs match.
But there's only 10 guys announced so far that we know.
We were talking.
That's the thing too. Like going into the Royal Rumble, like who's going to be like those surprise entrants? You might have multiple this time.
Yeah. Want to go through the Royal Rumble? Who do we know that's
later?
Right
can
now?
We just like run through Raw real quick? The rest of Raw real quick, then we'll get to that. Or
yeah, that's fine.
Sure,
that's fine.
All right, so. Ryback, Big Show, and then Wyatts come in. They announce they're in the Rumble. Rusev and Del Rio versus the Usos.
When I was watching, I actually wasn't excited for this match whatsoever. Mike had a different opinion on this. He actually was. He thought it was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah. I mean, quality wise, whatever.
Oh, obviously quality wise, but yeah.
The fact that the League, and Sheamus are away from Roman Reigns at this point,
obviously,
I think is very good for them because. The three guys outside of Sheamus that make up the League of Nations are guys that the WWE has shown somewhat of faith, especially Alberto Del Rio getting the pin over Cena, Rusev getting a big WrestleMania match against them,
came out of the tank,
Barrett with the Nexus. So all three of those guys have been given, even if it's a minor amount, some level of respect from booking. So with them not having to go against Reigns, who he never loses, so like that's a dastardly feud for anyone who has to go against that guy. I feel bad for.
Yeah,
but. The League moving away from him and picking up a clean win over the Usos, who for a while were like the John Cena of the tag division.
They've been losing a lot lately.
That's big.
They lost to the Wyatts on SmackDown last week. So they've been losing a lot lately, actually.
Yeah, I guess your opinion of that like more matters. I guess like your opinion on the Usos. Like I'm not an Uso supporter really. I mean, I don't hate them. Yeah. I don't really like them or dislike them. I think they're a
good
fun
workers.
They're a fun tag team. I just think they get overexposed when they're there, so I get very sick of them.
My thing was I didn't get why they were fighting each other.
Yeah,
that's what was the point? There was no background to it. You could say the Roman Reigns crap.
That's what I was about to say. I think
come on.
Even though. Why have didn't they set up that the family was a thing Ambrose and the Usos?
Yeah,
and
that
Reigns?
was around TLC.
But how come Roman gets screwed by 15 people every time he's out there, and he always overcomes the odds, of course.
Well, that's the same thing with Cena.
The Usos and those guys never run out and help him. Why?
But it's 50-50 though.
I guess true. Roman always wins or whatever.
Roman always wins. LOL.
Reigns is wrestling. It's so bad.
But
yeah,
back to the match.
I like this just because it gives the League of Nations just a good nod in the right direction. I think they have the potential to be.
I don't see them going anywhere.
I think they have a potential to be a decent mid-card heel stable. I don't think they're going to be the Shield. I don't think they're going to be Evolution. No. But I think that they could be something fun for the mid-card to lean on until Rollins and all these guys get back.
If you want my opinion, I think they're gone by Mania.
You do?
Absolutely.
How?
What? The Usos?
No, League of Nations.
Yes. Oh.
How so?
All right.
I don't know how so. I don't think it works. Del Rio's too big of a... He's the big one out of the four. He needs to get out of that. That's just my opinion.
Well, my thing
I don't like it. I just don't think the...
My thing about that was, you have the League of Nations, but there's all these European guys, and then just this one guy from Mexico. It it's a bit of a stretch, I guess, but like it's just okay. So you
And,
have
like-
everyone on this side of the ocean
Yeah.
in this League of Nations thing, and then you have this guy right here.
And we
Yeah.
could.
Throw a Canadian in there too, so there's two.
Then it makes more
And
sense.
there's 2 North Americans, and then
When you have people from all
European,
like
yeah.
Right.
when it's maybe they can grow, maybe they don't go away and they grow. So you have Canadian, Mexico, and then,
I don't
and then
see
you're
it,
like,
but-
okay, this works a bit
a
better.
real league.
A real League of Nations.
I lost my train of thought.
Maybe a Tommy can come in and they have Japan.
You were saying like
Or-
that $25 that you owed me, you were reaching for.
No,
to get
God,
it.
no. Just no.
But yeah, I personally, Steve has a different opinion. Nick thinks it like a different way. I think that they're gonna be, just like a decent mid-card heel stable
Yeah.
that the company can lean on until all these injuries go away. They'll be around maybe to SummerSlam, if not even sooner than then. But just
I
have
would be
have a couple
surprised.
little fights, kind of like how they had Luke Harper and Eric Rowan together in a tag for a little
Right.
bit, just to get them through a week time in a division.
I just think
When-
they're better than that. But I mean, the thing I was gonna say is we complain that they don't do stables, and they did a stable,
Yeah.
and we
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about the Euro stable, and like it had a good, it had potential, but I just don't think it has potential.
Well, I mean,
whatsoever.
it doesn't help that they started off by jobbing out 4v1 to Roman Reigns. I mean, that never helps.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
what
why
was the point?
that's why I started that with saying now that they're away from Roman Reigns, I think they have a lot more room to expand than they did when they had to lose 4 versus
Right.
1.
We'll have
every
to see what
fucking
happens. I guess it'll be interesting. I don't see it, but that's just me.
Also about Barrett, can they figure out what they're going to do with that crown?
Yeah.
Like, can they make that like
Trash it.
significant?
Give
Yeah.
him the mallet and the stage. And
Just
just cut a put.
Don't do the Andre the Giant Memorial. Don't do King of the Ring. Don't do these like special matches that
Don't mean anything.
Yeah,
if
don't
you're not
mean
gonna
anything.
do anything.
If it's
with
not
it.
going to do anything for the guy who wins it, actually, it seems like it probably hurts you more than anything.
Yeah, you
then
should-
don't do it.
I mean,
Like,
Barrett jobbed out the R-Truth 8 times, so.
I mean, I guess that's just them looking for the big draw for the one night, get people to watch the card, and then it's like, well, whatever, he's the king.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about Barrett? We'll just let him flounder.
Yeah, we're not going to give
We
him a
got
ti-
our
why-
one night out.
Why
of
would we
it.
give him a title shot?
Yeah.
Not
that he can talk and wrestle and lead factions and none of that,
No, not at all.
That guy's horrible.
And probably the next segment of the night for some people, named Nick Giacomi.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this too.
I was a big fan of this too. Surprised the hell out of me. And it is, who is it, Nick?
It's Dolph Ziggler versus Heath Slater.
Who was he fighting?
Dolph Ziggler?
No.
Oh, Heath Slater.
Yeah, Slater Push. Come on, you gotta get a little more
Slater
excited for
Push.
this. This is your
Dude,
boy.
I was so happy. Because I'm sorry, Cap. I'm
Got
sorry.
some friends now.
No, Cap.
Yeah, he got a couple friends.
Cap, I'm sorry, but as soon as I saw Ziggler out there, I'm like, oh, Ziggler's going to job to Slater.
Yeah,
And he lost. Slater beat him clean.
Can I say one thing?
Ziggler got distracted on Schoolboy. It's a little dirty.
Can I say one thing? Why the hell did Ziggler resign?
I don't know, dude.
He should be in New Japan.
I really think they lied to him. They're like, listen, you and Rusev have, because remember, like right after he resigned, that was the Rusev.
Ziggler.
Maybe he was just like, I get to like make out with Lana on camera. Like, that's pretty sweet.
Seems like
I'll
that's
sign up for 3 years for that.
Yeah, but and
Yeah, I
we have
don't know.
a new stable, more than 3 people, Mike.
Yeah.
Woohoo! That makes Mike happy.
Dude, that was amazing because,
Random.
no,
We have, sorry, before you say that, just before I forget my train of thought, we have 3 4-people stables right now in the WWE. Go ahead, Nick. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, after having only 3.
Yeah.
The limit is 3. But the last episode, I'm like,
I know.
you build up a new 3MB
Yeah.
with Axel and Sandow. Everyone came out with the exception of Sandow. Where's Sandow?
Yeah. Where the hell is Sandow?
Poor Damien
Throw
Sandow,
Sandow.
man.
You know,
But no,
maybe Sandow
I-
can join it. Because their group's called the Social Outcast.
Yeah.
Maybe they could just have like another guy come join
But,
in.
oh my god.
He's a social outcast of the social outcast.
Exactly.
Poor Sandow.
Axel comes out. Adam Rose comes out.
Bo
Dallas comes out. This is like the ultimate jobber team right now, but I don't care. I love it.
And like when Slater got the win and the promo they all started cutting, like Axel's like, well, I don't know, he was just so pumped up. He's like, it's all loose and like
I'm
Bo
sure
Dallas like, Bo
The
Lee.
chains are off.
Yeah, the chains are off. The chains are off.
Oh, I'm sure he's so happy. That
Oh,
dude's been
Axel-
killing to get on
Oh my
TV
god,
for
Axel
months now.
was so hype. You could just tell. And then Adam Rose was speaking some random language that I kind of speak in gibberish sometimes. And
but-
yeah.
So, like something like that. Like, I guess they're heels, but I don't think they're gonna have a choice. I think they're gonna get cheered. That's a natural like baby face, like you like how we were saying with Curtis Axel. How
Colonel Angle.
Yeah. How we were just saying with Curtis Axel, like how pumped he was to be out there. Like that is me as a fan, like makes me want to cheer for him. Because it's like, oh, that's a dude like who's just genuinely happy to be out there.
Yeah.
Like that's cool for me. Like he's not entitled or anything. Like he busted his ass on social media and Curtis Axel. I'm sure a lot of you like don't know or have heard. He's a guy they turn to a lot to train guys like when they're rusty.
Brock Lesnar and The Rock.
So it's really cool seeing someone like that. Adam Rose after the whole like E30 story he had. That's really cool to see.
Good for him, you know.
Bo Dallas, I love Bo Dallas. I think
Still
he's
has
one of the
potential.
one of the biggest travesties from NXT.
Still
is Bo
young
Dallas.
as hell, so
Maybe I would say he's even worse than the Ascension. With how much they misused him, because the Ascension are good, but they're not like top star level that I think Bo Dallas. If Bo Dallas was booked strong out of like NXT, I think he's a top heel. He is so good. Like I want to see him get punched in the face like every time he comes out and smiles. Like he's such a good heel. And then you have Slater, who has just legions of fans for like whatever reason. Still not sure why, and I'm kind of one of them. Like I don't know why I like the guy, but I'm like, hey Heath, like
hit Slater's music.
Yeah, just Slater Gator 3-man band. Like
his time is now.
He's such a goofball. And you just gotta love it.
I'm gonna lighten the mood for you, Nick. I got a bold prediction.
Okay.
They're gonna come out. Lesnar's going to destroy them.
No.
Get ready for it.
No.
Quadruple F5.
No, you push them to the moon and you don't.
Happen.
It's gonna happen.
You push them to the moon and you don't stop till they get all the belts.
But I do agree. Like they won't push them like
they
that.
Even like watch him add Natalia to it so she can get the Divas belt.
Yeah.
Like she just pops up and like this
but
is mine now.
they're not gonna push them the way I would like to see, because I think it could be kind of interesting with this group.
Oh, definitely.
You know, but they're just gonna make them like the Job Squad.
That's what I was about to say. You know, to bring my fun pessimism that I always have to bring in with everything that we talk about, this could go very different ways.
Yeah, it really could.
This could, as you said, literally just
there could be more members.
This could literally just be made to job out to Lesnar next week. It could be an NWO that just keeps gaining members, like guys who are like pushed out of the
Sandow,
company.
Fandango.
Because that automatically takes
Fandango's still there, isn't he?
That automatically dude, David Otunga might come out with them.
Yeah, I know.
That automatically takes
make this thing huge.
That's what I'm saying. It automatically takes your irrelevant people
Zack
and makes
Ryder.
them somewhat relevant. Even if it's only for a little bit of time, it's something for them. So
I don't think you have to put Zack Ryder in
yeah,
there.
he's
got
the
a pretty
Hype
good thing
Bros,
going there.
You're right. My fault. Man, that's...
But yeah, so I mean, they could do something like that. They could kill it for Lesnar next week. They could have this turn into the Job Squad, or they could have this turn into like a plucky underdog team that just starts pulling off wins and
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways they could go, so that'll be entertaining at least.
It had to be one of my favorite segments of the night.
Oh, definitely.
By far. I mean, I dug it.
You know,
I did a poll on the Twitter account, and a lot of people liked it.
I don't know why it has to be goddamn Ziggler though. Like
this is why. Too.
This is why you have.
I'm sorry, Kat.
This is why you have Kane and Big Show and Mark Henry and those guys around at this point in their career. Like, why? Why does it have to be Ziggler, who could still, with proper booking, have a championship run? Why? Why does it have to be Ziggler?
Because Vince hates him.
And like, and how are you gonna bring Tyler Breeze up like before this and have him?
Where's Tyler
Dude, put Tyler Breeze into that.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
he's too new. I don't think he'll work with them.
No.
He might.
But how are you gonna bring Tyler Breeze up and have him like split a feud with Ziggler, but then have Ziggler like lose to these guys? Like, what the fuck do they do in booking? Like, I would love to see the madness that goes on.
Oh, we got to make Ziggler look less strong.
Yeah, win, lose, win, lose, win. Yeah.
We beat Rusev like 3 times, and then lose to Slater, lose to.
Pretty sure he lost to Summer Rae 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
I don't care how they do it. Just make this the Slayer push I've always wanted.
Well, just keep Slater on TV. So that I mean, I dug it.
I could very well see Slater filling into like the kind of role that Xavier Woods has kind of like carved out for himself. Like if they give him enough mic time, because he's funny as shit too. Heath Slater.
Yeah, he is.
When they give him a little bit of time to talk, he's always gold. He's not the best in the ring, but again, like I said, I could see him very similar to an Xavier.
Better than Reigns.
The thing is, here's in WWE, I feel like mic skills have a tendency to carry you more than actual wrestling skills.
Oh, definitely. I mean, look at The Rock.
Wait, what?
You know?
Oh, well, yeah, most of the time, but not right now.
Yeah.
No,
Other than Roman Reigns, I agree with that.
No, I mean,
I agree with that too, but
having mic skills like carries your career.
Oh,
better
absolutely.
than it does actual wrestling
having
skills.
having mic skills
Absolutely.
having mic skills get you into the upper mid card. That's where that gets you. It gets
Yeah.
you to where Bray Wyatt has maxed out.
Kevin Owens.
But to
right
get
now.
to that next level, you have
You
to
need
either look like
everything.
Roman Reigns or John Cena. You know, like you need to have that whatever it factor that Vince McMahon sees in Cena and Reigns. That's what you need once you get past that.
Ideally, you need to have everything.
Yeah, of course. But
Well.
yeah, Reigns doesn't. Cena didn't.
Right? You just have to have some
Cena
good
still
lips.
doesn't. Yeah.
Kiss that
Some
ass.
good lips. Got Donald Trump into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Wrestling's weird.
It's very weird.
And now, the new awesome Titantron for New Day.
Yes.
How awesome was that?
Oh my-
What did they do? The Mike Tyson thing. That's it. They came out mocking Mike
Yes,
Tyson.
yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, they showed him backstage. You know,
Yeah, with
Xavier's
all
got his
the-
trombone,
yeah.
and here comes Biggie, and he has a gong now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my,
It's over. It's over.
I was starting to think we might be reaching a point where New Day's gonna start to wear Finn, and I'm like, nope, never mind, never mind. They come out, new Titantron, and you can run over to the one wall that's underneath
Yeah,
the big
with the
screen. They're
unicorn.
like, wait for it, there it is. I'm like, oh, these guys are absolutely incredible, and they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
they should just make them like. I know I've said on here before, like I could get tired of their shtick, but like if they just took it into overdrive, like they just like went like way over the top with them, I think that could be just, like could you imagine like if they were in a feud or some shit and they came out with like a unicorn Trojan horse? Like, you know, like Xavier Woods just comes wheeling out like a pink wooden unicorn, and he's like, "Oh, what's up, Wyatt family? There's nothing sinister going on here." Like you just hear a trumpet from inside. Biggie breaks out. Like if they just went like over the top ridiculous with them, it could be great. Because like you said, like when Biggie just comes out with a gong, you're like, "All right, I'm in for something. I'm in for a treat."
I'm in for a treat. And
no,
then,
but even that, like the SmackDown ads too, they were doing leading up to it being on USA. Like, did you see where they're like Triple H and Steph are just like,
Yeah,
all right,
right.
we're going to take like proposals for advertising. And
Yeah.
SmackDown's coming over, and they have Biggie and Kofi just standing there, just like, yeah, we're going to drop Xavier out of a plane with just a giant sign. And they're like, we can't do this, too dangerous.
but then,
Let them run.
when they were cutting their promo, they did the
Oh.
countdown for something.
Yeah,
And
like,
then Jericho comes back.
that was like stepping back. This was actually like minus a few things, pretty decent show, but kind of for like all the most unintentional reasons.
I said before the show, I said I liked pretty much everything besides Reigns, which I will say that a lot. But the main event,
the Ryback Big Show match,
yeah. But that was an okay show. It was
They do
alright.
that countdown as soon as they get to
Yeah.
5, and it changed the number.
was
Changes
really
over to
good.
Jericho's thing. I was like, oh my god, no.
That was good. That was
Here to save the WWE.
Jericho's here.
yeah. And Jericho's back, and
He's probably leaving after Rumble.
no, he'll be there to Mania.
Oh, he is? Okay,
I'm
cool.
I'm different with this than you guys. I was not a fan of Jericho coming out here. You know, Jericho's done this like 50 times.
Oh, I know.
Since he stopped wrestling like full time, and you know, like I loved like old Jericho, what he was when he was like a full time wrestler. But like he just comes back, they make a big deal about his comeback, and then he loses his feud, then he goes away. Like it's cool to see him, but I think it would have been like just a way cooler moment if he would have came back in the Rumble.
Which
Like,
he already did before.
Just
too.
complete. That's what I'm saying. But just completely unannounced. Like, don't say that he's coming back or anything. Just have him come back in the Rumble, and people will be like genuine. Like he'd get a huge pop in the Rumble,
He would.
and he would be
I'm not
fresh for
disagreeing.
like at least a month. You know.
Yeah, which they already did that before. I'm not. I'm just
I mean,
saying.
That's the thing I wanted to bring up too. Like I was happy to see Jericho on screen.
I'm the same way with him. man.
Everything, but like once you get by
The initial
like,
shock,
the initial shock of it all, you're like, okay, well, he's
Yeah.
going to do
What are you
anything
doing
Jericho's
now?
been doing
Yeah.
for like the last 10 years
You're
now.
gonna job out to the New Day.
We're gonna
and
get
then,
Jericho Ambrose at Mania.
Ugh.
IC title.
Oh no, thank you.
That's what's gonna happen.
Because Jericho will not.
he came
win.
out, cut a decent promo. I was kind of like shocked. He's actually like, yeah, ratings and everything. He mentioned like the ratings and everything in the state the company's in right
he was
now.
trying to go back to when he debuted in '99, which I saw on Twitter. It was kind of interesting. He was trying to relive his debut a little bit. It's cool.
I mean,
solid. Can't complain that
Yeah.
much about it.
Yeah, I mean,
solid promo, not
Can't
the
complain.
best.
No,
but
not the best.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean,
he's in the Royal Rumble. Okay,
yeah, you know,
we
he's
can
in the
rumble.
Royal Rumble.
yeah,
Yeah.
I said like
They called the
something-
New Day names, and the New Day overreacted because that's what they do.
That's what they do.
I know I said something negative about it, but I mean, of course I did. I always say something negative about everything. But I said it's still cool to see Jericho.
Oh,
I just think it would have
absolutely.
been way cooler if he would have came back in the Rumble.
Would have been the coolest.
Yeah.
Also, the jacket. I am always happy to see the
Yeah,
jacket.
when I was at Raw, there was somebody in the crowd with the jacket on.
I know who that is. Was he in the front row?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
awesome.
I know that guy.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Yeah, the guy's pretty cool.
Hats off to him.
Yeah, hats off to you, man.
Yeah, and so that was followed up. New Day had a match with Kalisto and the Dudleys.
And you always gotta get that fresh 6-man tag, baby.
Sin Cara's pretty banged up right now.
Yeah, separated shoulder, so
Yeah.
dislocated.
I forgot to add him to the list at the top of the show, but we've been over that already.
Yeah, we already talked about that. Yep.
And Kalisto
What's
definitely was the shining star here.
Yeah, I mean it was a solid
Well-
6-man tag.
Actually, off topic for it. If Sin Cara gets hurt, is it really Sin Cara getting hurt? Because it's not actually
Yeah.
Sin Cara.
It's Hunico. Let's call up Camacho now and let him ride the bike. What?
Do we know what's going on with the Matadores? Like, have they said anything about them?
I remember like 3 months ago they were trying to repackage them. But
I feel like you might as well just take one of them and make.
I know
Sin
we talked about that
Cara,
last episode
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. See, the idea is still so fresh in my mind.
Yeah, but
I think that I don't know, like.
who?
You have so much talent in Kalisto. Like, I don't like him just being thrown with another team just for the hell of it.
Well,
I
on
like
SmackDown,
I
that's
like
pretty
that
good.
I like that he gets the like the star from it, but I think at this point, like, you could safely move him to a singles wrestler.
Well, I think we're getting that right now.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
SmackDown because he beat Del Rio, and I've been hearing
Okay.
rumors
See, I can't
He
get
might
myself
be-
to watch SmackDown anymore.
he might be getting a match at the Rumble with Del Rio for the U.S. title.
Okay.
So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I like Kalisto.
That's one
So
thing.
do I.
Dude, I didn't even think about that with John Cena getting
How does he-
injured.
yeah.
Like, there's a
U.S.
big
Open
wrench in their
Challenge
plans.
just went out the window.
Yep.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Because I'm sure he was getting it back from Del Rio.
Probably. most likely.
Unless he was going to win Mania, he was getting that belt back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, not win
And
Mania. but
New Day
Rumble.
won the match, by the way, the 6-man tag, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a safe bet. I feel bad for the Dudleys because they just their return.
Yeah, I read a rumor. There's no. I don't remember the website.
Confirmation?
Yeah, it's some wrestling website, some dirt sheet website. Yeah, don't hold any stock in this, but it said WWE officials have been toying with the notion of splitting up the Dudleys and pushing Devon into like more of a Bully Ray role.
You mean
that he-
Bubba?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they're gonna have Devon come out in whiteface.
That'd be an interesting move.
Yeah. No, Bubba's going to transition more into a Bully Ray character that he was in
Yeah.
TNA, which, if you don't know, was like a top heel in TNA. Better than the Bubba character for him. I think, like, for
He was
him.
a real good heel in
yeah,
TNA.
For him, it's best. It just kind of sucks for
Made
Devon
some
if that's true.
made some fans, casual fans, to watch TNA because
Yeah.
he was a really good heel. Good
Yeah.
champion as well.
Really good for Bubba if that happens, considering the Dudleys don't seem to be doing anything. Kind of shitty for Devon, but, you know, it's whatever. I would love to see the Dudleys get a tag. Like, I don't know why they brought them back if they weren't going to give them the titles.
Yeah,
for
I
10.
know.
It's really dumb.
That is dumb.
They're signed for, what, 3 years, right?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years or
Yeah,
something.
so, yeah, who knows?
But now, I guess we can talk about the main event now.
Boo!
Yeah,
It was really confusing, actually.
it was a
Of course it
major
was, because Steph
cluster.
was out there, Vince was out there, 3 referees were out there, Sheamus was out there, and Roman Reigns was out there.
It was a cluster.
Like, what?
for
Yeah.
big time.
Also,
But I wanted. Yeah,
Vince
sorry.
made me feel self-conscious because he is in way better shape than I am.
Yeah,
and
you could
he's
probably take
70.
like the top physique of all 3 of us and like put it together into one human being, and Vince is probably still better off than us at like 75, whatever the hell he is.
70, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I.
Oh,
just
did
want-
you see that he flipped a finger to a fan?
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, he went
I
like
didn't
this.
notice it.
But one thing I wanted to bring up, Roman. I mean, I always negative with this, but Roman and Sheamus, when they both came out, got no reaction whatsoever.
Of course they didn't. But yeah.
No
That's what I
reaction.
was saying earlier in the show. Like, with like, if they put so much effort behind Roman Reigns, and you look around at the other guys that they feel like, because they haven't built up a big main card at all.
No.
It's Roman Reigns of the new guys, Rollins is out, and everybody else is old guys.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns will probably get booed against almost every one of those old guys. Right? John Cena, we went through it before.
But we went for
Yeah, Taker, Randy Orton, John Cena, Sting, like all these guys will get popped over him. So, you know, it's scary going
Yeah.
forward with that. It's like the front runner for the top guy in your company if he's not even getting a goddamn reaction against Sheamus.
Yep.
You know, like that says something.
Yeah, and we saw the return of Scott Armstrong. Scott
Yeah.
Armstrong.
The crooked referee.
Crooked referee, yes, for sure. And this match was just weird
Yeah,
Very
just
for me.
with the multiple refs and everything, that was just confusing. And
It also-
And Vince wasn't
Vince-
out. Like when Scott Armstrong came in the ring, like
Yeah,
it was just confusing. Like
it's
on
also,
top of that, Vince just made it more confusing once the match was over. Just grabs the mic and goes, "Yeah, Royal Rumble match with all 30 people is for the championship now. Okay, bye."
Yeah, boo to that too.
Like what? What?
boo.
Why with like Vince being the CEO? Like I know I have to like suspend like disbelief. You know.
So is there going?
but if
Is the
he's
Royal Rumble like the main event now, or is there still a title match?
No, there's not. The title match is the
Just
Rumble. Yeah.
Rumble. It's combined into
So that's what I'm
one.
saying. I
That's
I was
gonna be-
not a fan of this at all. A lot of sports, like a lot of wrestling sites,
Sturder wins.
yeah, a lot of wrestling sites are giving this like very positive reactions. I don't see it. I
don't know. How to
We're in the
explain-
minority, man.
I think what they're doing is because Fastlane's such a horrible pay per view. Like it doesn't have like
They wanna get
They don't
another-
have the elimination chamber anymore, which is a draw in itself enough that made you
But
forget
that's-
about Mania.
Yeah.
But like, here's what I'm thinking: Roman Reigns enters the Royal Rumble. Blah 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 blah. John Cena or Brock Lesnar or him were the only three that were feasible to win it because the title's on the line. Cena's out, so it's Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. If Reigns wins clean at the Rumble, they have nobody that's a clear competitor for him at the Mania. So obviously he's not going to win the Rumble. Brock Lesnar wins at the Rumble. Roman Reigns fights him at Fastlane, so that gets them through that piece of shit pay-per-view, and he gets his title back. Now, going into Mania, it's the same thing as last year, Roman versus Lesnar, except they've switched roles, where Roman's now the champ, Lesnar's the challenger, and Roman can successfully pin Brock clean to, like, you know, get over that hump, like, oh yeah, Roman has to look strong.
Yeah. I don't know if Lesnar won the title Rumble. I don't think he would lose it right away. I think he would lose it at Mania.
How would they get through Fastlane then? He just won't fight?
He'll have a number one contenders match or something.
Okay, yeah, and then Roman can beat like 10 people in
Yeah.
that. That's true. That could also happen. Either way, I don't see Roman coming out of the Rumble with the belt because it's just another thing they could be like, oh.
I'll be negative Nancy. He's
Roman-
gonna win.
Roman's the underdog. He didn't beat 29 people in one shot, so we have to feel bad for him as fans. He only beat 28. The 29th got him. Like, you know, he's really getting screwed over here.
But you
So,
know,
I mean, who
this
would-
just puts a downer to the Rumble again
Yeah.
because like
it
we said-
removes guys like Owens and Ambrose and Wyatt from like even like minor contention.
That's the reason we like watching Rumble because there's certain guys that we think maybe might have a chance. And this year was a big definition because we didn't know who was going to win.
And I was real excited because it also meant Roman Reigns was not going to be in the fucking Rumble.
Yeah.
So like I could be excited because I know he's not going to win it, and now
Now he's in it.
right entrenched.
He's back
in
in
he's
it again.
The focal star of it, of course.
Unless
I mean, the Royal
Do you
Rumble's
think he
dead
com-
to me
He
at this
probably
point.
comes out number 1 too. You think?
Oh, he's won.
Yeah.
No, it's so obvious. Come on. Come on.
unless
Finn Balor. Yeah, right. No,
Just-
he'll be in NXT
Or-
at least until the Mania special.
or I
He'll
don't
be
know,
he'll be in NXT till he's 80.
Ambrose can or Ambrose can like turn heel or something and take the belt from Reigns.
yeah,
No, just no.
I mean,
sorry.
it could, but I feel like when we like the way we like
Or
describe,
Owens
like,
could just powerbomb Reigns repeatedly.
I feel like what we say like with Reigns is almost the same thing as saying, "Oh, Cena could turn heel." You know, like
Well, Reigns.
they could do cool things with Reigns to make people actually like him, other than 8-year-olds for about 10 seconds.
Oh,
And then
look at
they-
him cock his fist two
Yeah.
times.
Then they forget about him and don't react until he does it again.
Or Sami Zayn could run out in the Rumble and take the belt right off Roman.
That would be nice. But
Could, won't.
could, but you know, it won't. But you know, like just
Yeah, I
the
really.
Royal Rumble's dead to me right now. It really is. Like,
Yeah,
It's the
they
third straight year where it's
They're
like
fourth.
Okay.
ruined my
Fourth?
fa-
Oh,
ruined,
13 Cena won.
yeah, ruined
Oh yeah.
ruined
it's
my
true.
favorite pay-per-view. I mean, it's always been that or Money in the
My
Bank.
memory only like
I
just
know,
goes
I
back
know.
to Batista for some reason. I forgot about
I
Cena.
know.
It's always been that or Money in the Bank, but like, oh, here we go. Roman Reigns won Royal Rumble last year, and
Swear
Sheamus
to
won
God,
fucking Money in
if,
the
Re-
Bank.
I don't
if
know.
Reigns wins again, I'm gonna
We-
lose it.
We
I'm
have
gonna
no
lose it.
idea what's going on with Daniel Bryan either, so maybe he's another surprise entrant.
I want to say they don't have the balls.
No, they have the balls.
That's all.
They
That's
have the
all.
balls.
I don't. I want to be like, there's no way they have the balls to make Roman Reigns win again after what that happened last year.
They
but
probably do.
That's what I've probably had that same conversation in my head with myself, like, dude, no way Roman Reigns
And-
wins the belt or whatever, and then he does. You
I'm
know?
going to give
They
a shout.
put the belt on Sheamus. They could probably do anything
Yes.
and not care.
They put the belt on Sheamus after like he was just completely irrelevant for like 5
I'm
months,
gonna
like
give a
barely
shit-
on TV.
I'm going to give a shout out to Orlando right now that's hosting the Rumble. A lot of NXT fans there. You better boo the crap out of him, please.
Yeah.
Please.
If
and
he
just
wins.
trash it.
If he wins.
If it's bad.
Yeah.
If it's actually good, then you give
don't
him
go
props,
in there
but if it's
negative.
bad.
But yeah.
Go in there negative. Please. Can't stand it.
I mean,
Sorry.
the Philly one was generally fun until like they had to ruin it and throw Daniel Bryan out. So
Yeah, it
Orlando,
was.
the legions of Orlando fans that are listening to the Smark show right now.
Yeah, the legions.
Yeah.
Legions.
You take
You don't
note.
have a
You
big
take note.
audience.
You take note. If it seems like Reigns is about to dominate everybody, you start booing.
Yes.
Get like feces and like bags, take it in with you, and hurl it into the ring like chimps. It'll piss them off.
But, yeah, Reigns is going to be defending the title at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and do we know?
We have 10 guys so far.
Yeah, do we know who they are?
Yes.
We can
I
kind
know
of
off the top of
speculate
my
who's
head.
going to be in it. Go ahead, yeah.
It's Reigns. We got Big Show. We got Axel. We got all 4 members of the Wyatt family. We have Ryback, Ziggler, and I'm probably missing somebody. I'm trying to think.
So-
Jericho.
Oh,
Okay,
wait, hold
what
up.
is that? 10.
I got the list right here.
It was Wyatt's, Jericho, Axel, Big Show, Ryback, Ziggler. Did I say all 4 members of Wyatt's?
Yeah.
And Roman. Stupid Roman.
There's Elizabeth.
Yeah. We're counting.
Yeah, I got it. I
We're
got
counting
it.
the listeners.
I
So
got
what
it.
is it total?
10.
10. Okay, so they have 20 more entrants.
And I don't want them to announce like they did last year all the entrants because that makes
Yeah.
it more exciting.
They got 20 more entrants.
Well, you gotta expect Owens
Brock
and Ambrose.
Lesnar's one. Ambrose. They had the belt, so.
They'll be.
Sorry if my audio is just messed up. I realize I'm leaning behind a TV. Like, you probably couldn't even hear what I was saying.
But Owens and Ambrose definitely are in it. So is Lesnar. Kane will be in it.
Yeah, all 3 New Day members are probably going to be
I'll
in
say
it.
2. Woods will
2.
be in it.
Curtis
Okay.
Axel.
He's already in it.
Yeah, Axel's in it, yeah.
Again,
He's still
for
in
14.
it. Yeah. He's still in it.
Gotcha.
He's still not
You'll have
eliminated.
like 2 or 3
They gotta,
really-
they gotta throw him out 3 times to actually eliminate
No,
him.
I really hope they do something with that, with the fact that he still hasn't been eliminated from
Nah,
last
they
year's.
won't. Because remember at Fastlane, they had
I'll make a bold
they said
prediction right
something
now.
with it.
So
Good.
It'll be Roman and Axel, the first 2 guys, and they'll just chuck them out.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, make Roman
Probably
look
will
strong,
happen.
you know?
But yeah, you figure they
Keith
gotta
Slater wins the Royal Rumble, so everyone has to take.
they gotta
Social
fill
Outcast
at
seriously.
least the 8 spots with people that we know aren't gonna win and don't care about. Like both
Titus O'Neil, Stardust.
both Matadores will be in there.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, Goldust will come out, start like I hate that they do that. I get that you don't want to have all your top guys go in there because when they get thrown out, they look somewhat weak. Not really, but that's what they're
Should
thinking.
make it more competitive. Have it like 30 real good guys.
Yeah, like why can't you even like 20? Like every year it's essentially
The Usos.
every year it's
piss me
essentially
off.
20 people we know aren't going to win.
Yeah.
5 or 6 like throwback stars that we also know aren't going to win, but they're cool to see. And then like 4 guys who could feasibly win it, and probably like 2 guys who are like they're going to win,
Right.
or 2 out of the 4.
Well, like the Usos, why are they in it? Because we know they're not going to win.
I ask myself that every time I watch the Rumble. Why do they have these tag guys and guys with mid-card belts and shit go into the Rumble?
You would think that there's going to be a couple NXT guys in this,
We said that last year too, and they.
but they're in Orlando. It's
True,
They're
very
having
true,
like
yeah.
they're having a taping like the night before.
Yeah.
Rumble. So you gotta expect maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah,
At least 1.
it's probably depending on who's coming up soonest.
I would say Sammy.
So I would say Sammy or Finn.
or,
Because
or
if the
Corbin.
rumors are true with AJ and them coming up to the main roster, it would not shock me to see Finn Balor drop that belt and then move right up.
Well, if Anderson and Gallows are going to NXT, I would say
They could
Finn.
also be in it. We didn't think about that.
AJ
guys
Styles,
those
too.
guys could come out. And Daniel
Shit's-
Bryan's another one.
No.
You don't think he's clear? I think this whole thing with him tweeting like, "Oh, can you just clear me already?" Daniel Bryan's not one to really do things that
do
get
it.
him in trouble
Yeah,
with the
no.
company.
Yeah.
So I can't see him just angrily tweeting about WWE. I think the whole thing's a work, and I think he is cleared by them. Not officially,
Stop.
but I think that they're
Don't
just
do it to me.
their Rumble or at the Rumble he'll come out and they're trying to make it look like he has no chance.
No chance.
Yeah.
Byron Saxton gets out from behind the desk, gets back in the ring, then gets thrown out immediately. How about that?
Yeah, we always have to have a commentator enter the ring and waste the spot. That's cool when there's 40 people, but I'm not trying to see JBL enter the Rumble.
I'm just kind of going down the roster right now. Jack Swagger's still there.
He'll be in it.
I'll be in it.
Yeah.
Kingston's definitely in it.
Kane, we forgot.
I said
Any of the
Kane, I
Ascension
said
guys.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Miz- dude,
Miz is in it.
You got to
Yeah.
remember they need
Neville's in it. Neville.
For some reason, they feel like they need people that are unbelievable to win it.
Truth will somehow be in it. Rusev, all four members.
Just so
of
you
League
know,
of
I'm
Nations.
scrolling down the roster right now on my phone, and Steve's just naming people.
Eric.
CM Punk could make his triumphant return.
Stop. Tyler Breeze is definitely in it. That's it.
MDN.
Neville.
Zeb
I said
Coulter
Neville.
gets in it.
All four members of, who, oh God. Lesnar will definitely be, but yeah.
Yeah.
What Triple H just got in it?
Yeah, I was
Well,
saying that
we're-
beforehand too.
I don't see it.
I don't see it more than the alternative, but
J&J return
I
and get in
can
the Rumble.
I can see Triple H being Triple H. Always has to have a big Rumble match or a Mania match like he's
Right.
Undertaker. I could honestly see him, like in his mind, thinking like, "Oh, what will get Reigns over? Oh, beating Triple H," because I think Triple H thinks Triple H is one of like the greatest of all time. Which he's up there, but he's not like Stone Cold level. So I think there's a possibility of Triple H entering and winning.
He's a god for
And
NXT.
then because for his mind, like, oh well, he can beat me at Mania, and that'll be Roman Reigns conquering the Authority definitively. Mm-hmm. But again,
That should-
I think
but I
it's
don't
more
think that
likely that he conquers Lesnar.
but that shouldn't
definitively.
be for the title, in my opinion.
No, it shouldn't be. But
It will be.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Triple H, as much as I like him for NXT and his old brawls and shit, he definitely does have an ego.
Oh, absolutely.
So it would not surprise me to hear that he inserted himself into the main event of Mania for one last time.
Yeah.
Like
No,
one.
I don't
final,
disagree with you
Yeah,
at
one
all.
final big Mania match for him.
Yeah.
Would not shock me because he doesn't have much longer left where that's a possibility.
Right.
You know. You guys want to wrap this up? We're getting
Yeah,
pretty long here.
I'm-
Talked about everything.
Yeah,
we
It's
got
like a
we
very
got
long one.
we
Not
got
much
what-
longer
yeah,
than most, but
not long, but we got what we need to talk about. You know?
there's a lot going on.
There was
this
a
week.
lot going on in the wrestling world for the first week, and we didn't even say Happy New Year. Happy
Oh,
New
yeah.
Year to all our wrestling fans out there
Yeah,
in
fuckers.
2016.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got Royal Rumble coming up. NXT tapings just happened too.
Still
recently.
the possibility of the Mania special for NXT.
Yeah, that's coming up. So I mean, there's a lot of good things that we
Bullet
hope.
Club coming to WWE. There's just
Yeah,
bright time in WWE's future.
maybe
Possibly.
even more New Japan people for all we know.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. These next couple. Well, this whole year. This whole year in wrestling, like every year. But
There are
I
a
feel
lot of
like more
headlines.
so right now than ever. Like there's a lot of potential for a huge shift in the company this year.
And they really
Yeah.
need that.
They could really just pull like a 2002 like roster like overthrow.
And they could really use that
Yeah.
right now.
But they could, again, just as well have Orton and Cena come back and dominate the, whole division.
Right.
Look, the guys you were relying on are out. And I said this at the top of the show. Like, it's time to go.
Time
time to
Yeah, we've said it before.
Time
though,
to
and
show
they
what
still
you're
do-
made of. Time
we-
to start building people.
We've said it. I agree with you 100%. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Time to
We
give
have
them-
said that 10 times on
Time to
here
give them
before,
bullet points and not
and
scripts.
they haven't done it.
That's
so,
the way. That's the only way I can say.
Yeah.
Give them bullet points, not scripts. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
All right.
We'll wrap this up here.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 21 of the Smark Show.
Woohoo!
Like this episode if you enjoyed the show this week. Comment with your thoughts on the last week of wrestling. And subscribe for a new episode every week. You can also reach out to us on Twitter.
Before we even get into the clue, I just wanted to say one thing.
Comments?
You want to talk about like what you have coming up?
Oh,
Just to explain to these guys.
yeah,
I mean,
so-
you don't have to do it.
Yeah, so basically, I am not going to be on the podcast for like 2 to 3 months, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe
Uh,
we can sneak him in on a couple guest appearances if he's free.
Before pay per view, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to
Possibly,
see what
but
happens.
it just depends on what's
Yeah.
going to happen. Basically, with school and work, I'm going in my last semester before graduation, and I gotta do a capstone that is going to take up a whole bunch of time on
He's
top
gonna be
of
a very
everything
busy
else.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I kind of gotta cut out the podcast for a little bit there.
We see where we stand on your totem pole, Nick.
You hate us. We're just kidding.
Yeah, just a little bit of insight. This whole podcast was just basically Steve and I just talking one day, and Steve was like, "Oh, the podcast would be a pretty good idea. We can do that." Very next day, I made up the logo, how we were going to record this, notes for like our first episode, and just basically like within a week we were
Yeah,
recording.
and
the
we're
first
already on our 4th month now, so I mean that's pretty awesome.
episode. Yeah, we lasted a whole lot longer than I thought we would.
I hope it goes longer.
To everyone who's subscribed to us on YouTube so far, thank you. That
Yeah,
is
appreciate
that
it.
is awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for that. And for
Same Same
the
to our
people-
like Tumblr and Twitter. We have
Yeah.
a bunch of followers
Yeah,
on there
we're getting
too.
a lot of followers on Twitter now.
Yeah, and for the people that have like commented, it doesn't happen too often right now. Our audience is pretty small once
For right now,
when you look at it. But I mean, just sharing your thoughts or just saying, hey, you guys are doing a good job. Keep going. I mean, that support means
The world to
the
us.
world to
Yeah.
us. And I mean, I just encourage anyone listening right now, just
Leave
you
a
know,
comment.
This is
Keep
definitely
going.
not a goodbye from the Smark Show at all.
Oh, no.
It's just a
Yeah.
goodbye
goodbye
from
from
me.
Nick.
Temporary
now.
for Nick. Me and Steve are still going to be putting
Yeah, we're
stuff
gonna be
out.
putting every week.
Steve and Cap will be back next week. I will not.
And we'll have
Yeah.
special guests as well. So
And since we don't have to work around
By
three
special
people's
guests,
schedules,
you're just our friends. Just
like
to
Brock
bring on the
Lesnar,
show.
Paul Heyman.
the
No,
reason
stop saying it. You stop. You've been doing this from the beginning.
So is he. So
Stop.
is he. Hey,
Stop doing
well,
that.
technically, I said we're working on it, and we're still working on it.
I guarantee.
No,
in
but-
2017.
Now that a big reason why like we have such like spotty like uploading is because we have to work around three people's schedules. Three
And it can
people
be
are
hard.
doing things. So
Three people doing three very different things.
yeah,
Yes.
so with only two of us, me and Steve might get a chance to do more of these than we are right
We,
now.
we
so,
plan on doing some out of nowheres as well.
yeah. Sorry,
We haven't done them
those in
since Hell in the
months.
Cell, so
Yeah.
because we've been busy. We had school,
Yeah.
work, yada yada, all that stuff.
We'll get up on our shit though. But Nick, you could go back to the ending. I just wanted to make sure we got that in.
Yeah,
We
we're
were on
just,
our Twitters, I believe.
This is
Right?
a sad little
Yeah.
farewell for right now. for
I'm
Nick.
at It's Nick. If you want to follow me, we're to talk about hockey and video games
And Heath
comics and Star Wars and movies and definitely Heath Slater.
You can follow me at Stephen Herman 10. I love wrestling, so
Follow the whole podcast at The Smark Show.
where I do live
And,
tweeting for Raw
Same thing for the Tumblr, thesmarkshow.tumblr.com.
Yeah.
and the Facebook as well.
Yep. Probably
Try-
on Instagram soon too.
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
so.
we'll have to do that.
Cap, Steve, try not to completely destroy the podcast while I'm gone.
We'll get 40,000 subscribers when you're back.
I will
All
say
right.
I will make an attempt, but I will not promise.
Well, these guys will see you in the next one.
Peace.